GG64. 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 It's here to tell you about a bunch of games that nobody plays anymore.
It's me, Mario. Hello.
Alright, well, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the next episode, or the next series that we're doing. What are we doing, Calvin?
Super Mario 64!
Yes.
Yahoo!
Yes.
Woohoo!
Yes.
Dear Mario, please come to the castle.
More.
Alright. How about you talk about the time when you actually met the Mario voice actor?
I did not.
Oh.
I don't know what you're on about.
Was it the voice actor?
I have never met Charles Martinet, although I would be down.
Maybe we should invite him on the show. Charles Martinet, if you're ever watching this YouTube series.
If you're ever watching this series, yo, dude, hit me a message. Hit me up.
Yeah. You can discuss your role, how you came into stardom, basically.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he's probably the most well-known video game voice actor.
He's probably the most known voice actor. Who doesn't know about Mario?
You think so?
Probably.
Yeah.
I
Alright.
can't imagine anyone being bigger than that. Bigger than the biggest video game icon ever made.
Yeah,
Pretty impressive.
it is pretty impressive. So let's see if I can do this cool time. No, I can't.
Probably only comparable to like some really top end like Disney actors, you know, like
Jim Cushing,
Godfrey.
whatever. Gilbert Godfrey.
or
Sometimes
Robin Williams.
people ask me about. I can't do Gilbert Godfrey. All right, so Super Mario 64. If you've been living under a rock for the past 30 years or 20 years, it is the packing game with the Nintendo 64. It's the first 3D Mario game and the first 3D platformer of all time. And it was also one of the first video games that I ever played. And Calvin just told me before this recording that this is his favorite game of all time.
Not even fake news. Yes, I do really well in this N64 era 3D games.
Yes, he is the three-dimensional master. His
My
brain,
spatial awareness is so bad, I don't even understand.
He uses blast processing to understand.
Like, Matt and I, we played, what's that Star Wars pod racers?
Oh yeah, Episode 1 Pod Racer.
I couldn't even determine what was a wall and what was the track, so.
Yeah. Yeah, Calvin is just the best. He is just the greatest at,
Just teleport?
yes.
Has that always been an option?
Yes.
I don't think I've ever seen that before.
Really?
Yeah.
That's weird.
To be fair, I don't watch a lot of these games.
But yeah,
So let's talk about a little bit what you're doing here. Who's that?
so this is King Babam. He's the first boss, and when I was a kid, it took me 3 months to beat him. Because I was really good at video games. So yeah, all you have to do is he cannot actually hurt you. In fact, I'll show you what he does. It's like, oh no, he's gonna throw me down to Ding Dang Town. So all you have to do is just throw him 3 times, get behind him, and oh good, get behind him, and throw him. And you do that, and then he.
Could you throw him off the cliff with that?
If you throw him off the cliff, he'll just come back and he'll say like, "You're breaking the rules."
Oh, is this like a samurai?
Yeah, it's supposed to be like
Sumo?
a ding dang match.
Nice. Wrestling match.
Yeah, and now he is going to explode.
Farewell, cool world.
Yep. So now we got 1 star. Oh, good.
All right.
And Calvin, have you ever? Yeah, you'd never had an N64 as a kid, right?
No, I went straight from SNES to GameCube.
Man, that must have been weird.
Well, it was a transitional period in my life, so.
You really don't understand how 3 dimensions work.
In fact, my first Game Boy was an SP.
Wow, that's weird. Alright, so foot race with Koopa the Quick. So in this mission, we just have to race this boyo
and he's pretty fast.
He holds the world record for being the fastest boy.
Which is interesting because I think some of those Goombas can run faster.
Yeah, this is a total joke. Unlike the second race, which is like, actually requires effort to stop. So Calvin, have you ever, what 3D Mario games have you played?
Like the ones that aren't with carts, or
Yeah.
the ones that aren't with baseball,
Yeah.
the ones that aren't with sports at all.
Yeah, like the main line.
None.
Really?
I don't think I've ever. No. We together played Super Mario 3D Land, but it's such a good Mario game. So.
Oh, 3D World.
3D World, yes.
Yeah. That game is not good.
So,
That game kind of sucks.
to be fair, that game is meant for like 10 to 8-year-olds or something.
Yeah.
Really easy.
And they totally redeemed themselves with Mario Odyssey. So we should play Super Mario Sunshine on this show. That's a pretty good game.
Yeah, never played Sunshine, never played Galaxy, never played.
Galaxy 2 is good. Galaxy 1 is
that.
okay. Wow. Never played the 3D Mario games. So
I do, however, one of my favorite games of all time is Super Mario World. So
did you? Yes, you. And we're gonna play that on the show at some point. We already have, but you know. Those episodes existed in an alternate dimension that we came from. You see, we escaped from an alternate dimension because our web show became too popular and successful.
we had to dumb it down a bit, you know.
We were just producing content too quickly. The world could not
For our
keep up.
own sakes. We're not saying that you guys are dumb. We just are incapable of creating top tier content in this dimension.
Yes,
So
yes, it's just.
hopefully our powers will resurge and we will regain our full potential.
Yes, and then the United Nations. You better watch out because
Good.
we're taking.
Let's just start.
Because with our web show, we're gonna take over the planet.
Yes.
Yes. We're gonna be bigger than Elvis Presley.
Would that be before or after the heart attack?
I mean, did that affect his bigness?
It did. Well, other way around. His bigness affected his condition to have a heart attack.
Wait, what did oh, that kind of bigness. I thought you were talking about like.
No. You know,
Man,
another story.
You're in the good area. All right. So just gotta do this.
You know, interestingly enough, Elvis believed his destiny was determined by aliens.
Really?
Yeah, that's why he dressed like that. And you never heard of that thing?
No. Tell what?
Do you know why there's like an alien thing around Elvis Presley? I'll show you.
No.
There might be something on the Wikipedia.
That's bizarre.
Yeah, that's why he was referenced in the Lilo and Stitch movie as Hawaiian alien Elvis Presley.
Yeah. That's really bizarre. Wait, you mean like his later outfits and shit?
Yeah, like the white suit with all the.
Okay. Oh yeah, because he wore like glasses or some shit, like weird glasses. Editor, bring up a picture of Elvis Presley's alien costume.
Yes, he believed that when he was born, an unexplained light beamed over his family home. He was 8 years old when he said he was telepathically visited by aliens who showed him a future vision of a man wearing a white suit singing to a crowd, which he had worn in his childhood, or in his adulthood.
Good.
So he fulfilled his own
Prophecy?
which is interesting because it showed that he had that image in his mind, you know,
Yeah.
and he was able to
Make
go
it.
through the effort to make it that. Yeah, which is interesting.
Yeah, so editor, I hope you showed them a picture of alien Elvis costume, whatever.
Don't know how Alien Elvis came out, but Mario, not Elvis. Same situation though. Mario has made contact with extraterrestrials. Hasn't he?
He has numerous times. In fact, Princess Daisy was kidnapped by aliens in Super Mario Land. Have you played Super Mario Land?
I don't think so.
Because the main villain of that game is Tatanga, who's an actual alien. And he's in a spaceship. Ugh. And oh fuck. And that's also the game where. Good. Okay.
How long was this game in development?
This game is
Because
in,
being the first 3D platformer, that means they had to literally build all their assets from the ground up.
as well as like, how do we make a game in 3
Right.
dimensions? Like,
Right.
yeah. So it was in development for I think it was 4 years. Although originally they were going to make it for the Super Nintendo.
I can't imagine that happening.
So yeah, you know the Super FX chip?
The one that is used for Star Fox.
They were going to use that. But then they quickly realized, like, this doesn't work.
Too many assets.
Well, and like, yeah, the game is too good. And so yeah, then they made
The hardware.
the hardware around the game, basically. Because they were originally going to use arcade hardware made by Midway, but then Midway was like, you have to pay us money.
Yes.
And Nintendo was not about that life, so they just made their own hardware. Where's this last red coin? I'm struggling right now.
You've done this hundreds of times, have you not?
Yeah, I have, on both the DS version and this version.
Aren't there some subtle differences?
Well, yeah. I mean, the DS version has more levels and 30 more stars, and you can play as Luigi or Wario or Yoshi. Which is why I like the DS version better, except for the fact that you have to use the D-pad, which is so good. I'm actually like fucking losing my shit right now. Where is this last fucking coin?
You know where all the red coins
Oh wait, I'm an idiot. I know where it is. I'm so fucking stupid. Everyone in the comments is probably gonna be like, idiot baby boy doesn't know where the fucking star is. I mean, the red coin is. Blah 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 ha ha ha.
Yes.
Oh god. Okay. Yeah, it's over here.
Okay.
I'm so.
Man, that was a perfect shot, too. Jeez Louise.
Well.
I thought you stopped. You kept going. Never mind.
Yeah.
You have to go back in the cannon for the star now?
No.
Oh, it's spawned somewhere else?
Yeah, it's just over here. Above the camera. But yeah, Super Mario 64 DS is just a superior version of this game, except for the controls. Although they sort of fixed it because they re-released it on the Wii U, the DS version, and you can use the analog stick with that version. But
Yeah.
anyway, so
That sounds like a fun time.
let's see, what is the next? Mario Wings to the Sky.
What's wrong, man?
So I need the wing cap for this mission. Technically, it's possible without the wing cap, but like we don't have all day, so I'm just gonna skip that for now.
Oh, okay.
Let's see if we can get one more mission in here. So now we're going on to level 2, and I think we're gonna try and do the levels in order. We might do a little bit of sequence breaking later, but I think it would be better for to do levels in order deska. So they want you to like do this, like slowly sneak up to them, but you just do this same thing.
Oh.
What?
How did you do that? What happened?
So basically, they're teaching you like you have to sneak up to him so you don't wake him up, and then you can kill him,
But you can just jump on them?
or you can just dive at him.
Oh.
So I'm just gonna take a little shortcut here, and
Have any of these assets made into other games?
yeah, I mean if you play Mario Party.
Oh.
To the darkness. Okay, cool. I just skipped 99% of the level. Hello, friend.
So we're playing another sumo wrestler?
No, this time I have to stomp on his back.
Oh.
Okay. And there's a whole bunch of issues with this particular fight.
It looked like you went completely under him the first time.
Yeah. So, and he's done. One thing that is cool though is they actually recreated this entire level and this entire boss fight in Super Mario Galaxy 2. And then they recreated the soundtrack, which you're listening to right now, but they made it like orchestral, which is pretty lit. So.
Alright,
Alright, so I think 5 stars is a good start. And if you liked this video, like, comment, and subscribe to our channel. And even if you don't like it, whatever, we don't care. We're not picky. Love us. But anyway, I guess we'll see you guys later.
next time.